over this right quick. German Miss Ann said black women were no competition for her. And I said, oh, really? Um, I guess these women must don't realize they didn't get the memo. We're not checking for Dustavian. We're not checking for Dustunde, Tyrone, Quantavia's. Y'all can have them because when y'all get a hold of these kings, y'all end up getting the same black man. So let's see what German Miss Ann had to say because I can't help but notice we stay on their minds. Black women are.
All right. By the way, hello everybody. This is DJ Torch coming straight at you right here at DJ Torch and Friends Empowerment Network. We have Feisty Black Magic breaking it down for us about this German woman who says black women are no competition. And she tells it, Feisty Black. Let me let her tell you. Here we go.
Hold of these kings, y'all end up getting the same black man. So let's see what German Miss Ann had to say.
And she's right because look at all the non-black women that have experienced a lot of let's just say the less savory black men in our community. Bad Barbies. She got she got caught outside several times. Okay. We know that's true. Bad Barbie got it bad. Phoenix Soul in the house. Tyre Willie in the house. And thank you, Phoenix Soul. Make sure you hit the like on the way in. So yeah, I mean, that's the thing is that I don't get it. I don't get it. It's like you would think that as black men, okay, are we oblivious to what our fellow men are doing to women? Like, do you check your guys? Do you check your fellows when they're doing something bad, or do you just let them do a boosie? And if you don't remember, Gold Reflection, good to see you. If you remember, Boosie was like saying like if he saw his buddies beating up on their women, he has no problem with that. He has no problem with that at all. That's how sick dude is. That's why I'm changing the name from Pookie to Boosie. Boosie is the new Pookie. Boosie is the new Pookie. Here we go.
I can't help but notice we stay on their minds. Black women out here trying to function. We trying to look good, live good, feel good, make sure our hair is on point, nails, feet, and all that stuff. And here come Miss Ann, washed up Miss Ann. You know how they say anything over 25, you too old. Well, this lady look like she got to be at least 40, 50 years old. What it is, she can't get a German man. When you see a lot of these palm colored women, when they old and washed up and played up, everybody knows they can get a king. I mean, they got some video that I've seen. They had all those palm colored women going to the Gambia and they picking up these women in their 50s and 60s and they picking up with 18, 19-year-old young able-bodied dudes because they can't get young men like that in their countries. But everybody know the kings have the lowest standards on earth. So anybody that wants one, they can get one. So black women have moved on. We already found something much else better to do. Y'all can take these kings because they really think that they're hurting us. So you can go all the way back to the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. And really, quite honestly, it's the Kangs that are the most boisterous, that are the worst. I've never seen like a well-to-do black man who's classy, who is respectful, talk shit about women, ever. Even when he's around guys, never, ever. He's just about his business, regardless of what race of women he dates, and has nothing disparaging to say. The problem is those type of well-to-do black men that they try to define as high-value man. Notice I didn't use high-value man. I said well-to-do black men, and I mean well-to-do mentally and emotionally and financially. Which, if you're mentally and emotionally stable, you're 99 out of 10, you're going to be financially stable as well. And so that gets missed in the mix a lot because everybody caught on to the high value man BS that was being popped all the time. You know, Phoenix Soul goes, the Booster. I like Booster too. Booster always been Pookie. Oh, my bad, Boosie. and then, not to be mixed up with Bussy, but it might be the same thing. We never know. Then the Gold Reflection says, Boosie is evil and disgusting, even towards his own children. He is. He's a straight bandit. He's a straight bandit, and it's funny because people look at him as a role model, and that's amazing to me.
Men like this sit next to Tyrone. We're taking your men. Your men want us. Your men desire us. Your men need us. And I said, well, I think y'all need to do us a favor. I need y'all to come down here to downtown LA, Compton, Watts, Willowbrook, Atlanta, or wherever they have these kings in large numbers, because a lot of them are homeless. They need a sponsor. A lot of these dudes are homeless. They need a bank account to use. They need a credit card to use. They need somebody to use and abuse. And we need y'all to come up more than ever before by the millions and take these kings up off our hands. And we're not going to even talk about the STDs that they carry. Yeah, most of these kings got the HIV, the hurt, most of them on the down low. Yeah, while he laying up with you, he going to say, well, I'm going to go hang up with my homeboys. They go from pussy to pussy, pussy to pussy, and Miss Ann, you can have it. So you are doing black women a big favor. Y'all know that song, that cleanup woman song? She's the cleanup woman. Please come down here and clean up the streets because we need you. Tyrone needs a place to go. Rent.
I mean, it's true. I mean, the thing is this: out of all the men in the United States, unfortunately, we black men, we have the least stable housing situation. And I'm not saying this to disrespect us. What I'm saying is that we need to step up our game. So basically, it's like this. It starts really after you get out of high school and you should be going to college. Don't fall for that crap about, oh, you don't need to go to college. You can do the trade thing, whatever. And you can if you want. But I'll tell you, the thing is that most of these trade companies, they still want you to be college educated anyway. Let's face it. And I mean, you don't have to go to no big fancy 4-star college or whatever they call it. You can just go to a junior college, be college educated. You know, then you have that you have that requirement that when you look on the on the job requirements, you don't have to worry about whether they're going to allow you to slip through or not, because that's what they're doing it for. Anyway, let me let Foxy Black break it down. She is amazing. She is so funny. Let me keep going.
Right now, with Sky High, they sitting around on bus benches. They releasing them from the prisons every day. I think y'all need to sponsor these kings so you'll be the next somebody to get used and abused and get victimized. You're doing the Lord's work. You're doing black women a favor. So let's go over this right quick.
I already knew I had him because there was simply no competition out there for me. But let's just look at it objectively. You had this average Black American guy who now was able to choose between what he was dealing with before and somebody completely new. And let me tell you, the moment I stepped into that man's life, he really didn't know how to deal with my femininity because I was not loud. I was not screaming. I was not trying to, be louder than him.
Oh, wait a minute. She said he didn't know how to deal with my femininity. I wasn't loud. I wasn't yelling. I wasn't screaming. I'm going to show you a couple of cases of these palm-colored women, what they have been hollering, yelling, and fussing and fighting and calling the cops on black men and black people and a few other things. But let me keep going.
I didn't interrupt them because that's not something that I learned from home. If somebody would speak, and especially a man, you would let that man speak and then you would listen and then say whatever you have to say, right?
And see, this is the problem with Miss Ann. They don't know nothing about black women and the mistreatment we get from black males. So black women, we don't have a history of being treated well by black men. See, they don't know that. They just go by what the black men tell them. Man, I chose you women because y'all fit, friendly, and submissive, and you listen to a man. You let a man lead. Well, if you let a black man lead you, guess what he gonna lead you to?
Great point, Phoenix Soul. Phoenix Soul breaks it down perfectly. I thought it was interesting that she sounds more like a Hood Becky than she does the German one. Yeah, no, I've heard German women before, and her voice does not sound anything like that. There's a small hint maybe of it in there, but she sounds like a Becky hood Bekia to me as well. She does not sound like a German woman. German, and it's a funny thing. All right, Foxy Black Magic in the house. The funny thing is that German women are not that feminine. They are not that feminine, and I'm not saying they're rough or nothing, but they are not that feminine. So that's funny that it's ironic that it's a German woman coming in here trying to tell us about femininity, when really, quite honestly, if you saw a barometer on the women that are the most feminine and everything, German women are not anywhere near, you know. DJ Torch, you owe me $1,000 for that clip. I hope you take, I hope you take payments. I hope you take payments. I'll start what would you call it? A subscription, Anyway, everybody welcome Phoenix Soul in the house and Feisty Black Magic in the house. Tyra Willie in the house. So yeah, that's the thing is that German women are not, look, it's nothing. There are feminine German women. I'm not saying that. But out of all the women that are not Black and Black women included, German women are more, actually, quite honestly, German women are probably one of the most masculine women, because remember back in the day when that war thing was going on, they had these women doing man stuff back then. So just think about it like that. Spicy Black breaks it down. What about those German brown babies? They reject. Yep. Here we go.
To an early grave or on somebody's
yeah, that's what I need. Feisty is a layaway.
Street corner saying, bitch, get to work. Get to work and bitch, bring me my money. That's what he's going to lead you to. But let me keep going.
So I was clean. I cooked. He didn't know what it was when a woman is actually in the room asking him, like, do you want something to drink?
Oh, she's a slave and a doormat. Oh, I forgot to mention that. That's what Black males want. They want Black women to be slaves and doormats. They want to use you, abuse you, touch on your children, because we all know a lot of them are pedos. What does that stat say? 64% of Black women, I go as high as 80, have been touched on by a Black man before the age of 18.
Yep. That is so true. And let me tell you something. If you guys remember when I played that Kevin Samuels clip, where he is literally trying to groom a woman into accepting her daughter to be literally, what would you call it? Pedoed. Let's call it pedoed by a man. Let me see if I can bring that clip up real quick. You got to see this. You got to. Let's see if I can find this. It was one of the most creepiest things. Okay, where's this at? Oh, here it is. Got it. Okay.
If I had 3 kids, 1 by someone else and 2 by my.
But what I'm telling you, what I'm saying is what we tell our 2 children.
Come to a situation and we have to part ways.
You get the fuck out. You can
wait. Let me rewind it. This is crazy.
And off rip the shower. So that means
that's not something the
your daughter comes home and says,
here we go. Here we go, everybody. Listen close to this. This is what Feisty was talking about. He listen
Yeah.
close.
Mhm.
And your child is 5. So 10 years from now, your daughter comes home and said, Kevin looked at me getting out of the shower. What happens next?
The relationship will have to end.
Huh?
Okay, you heard that. You heard that. Kevin is making a hypothetical. I'll give him that much. Hypothetical, though we know it probably wasn't. It's probably why he had to leave his wife. He's making a hypothetical theory that what if Kevin's listen.
I'll be honest, it's a package deal. That's no deal because let's say you and I were to get married. You got a daughter, right?
Mhm.
Let's say we have 2 kids together.
Mhm.
And your child is 5. So 10 years from now, your daughter comes home and said, Kevin looked at me getting out of the shower.
Who uses that as a hypothetical? I mean, I know that's creepy as heck. I don't see how, you know what's scary about it? You know what's scary about this is that it's not the fact that he said it, but it's the fact that none of his giant following jammed him up about it. Because this is creepy. So you know they're on. That's where you get the idea that, especially when the Feisty broke it down, that 60%, it could be 80% of young ladies under the age of 18 have been, pedoed. It's facts. It is facts.
What happens next?
The relationship will have to end.
Huh?
That's not something the relationship would end immediately.
Because your daughter said I looked at her getting
Not
out.
only should the relationship be ended, but his ass should be taken to jail. The amount of that we tolerate is ridiculous.
Kevin looked at me getting out of the shower. Kevin looked at me getting out of the shower. So that means I should never listen to it. That means I should avoid women like you because off the rip, your desire to defend your child blew up. You got 2 of my
Here's the manipulation part right here.
kids. And off rip, your protective instinct says.
So he's trying to make her feel guilty that she does not want to stay in a relationship, in a marriage with a pedo. That's basically what he's trying to groom women, or he was trying to do. And they was on point with it. That's the scary part. Let me go back here now. I just need to bring that up because oh wait, what's going on here? Let me get rid of that. Okay. Because that's an important point to make. I mean, that's where we're at. That's where we are. I mean, where literally so-called high-value men are trying to train women to accept abuse of not only them, but their children.
So a lot of them have been sexually abused and essayed by these kings. See, it's a whole lot that these women don't know. They're going by what Nappy Headed Tyrone is telling them. They're going by what Nappy Headed Tyrone is telling them. I said, wait a minute now. Well, what the hell would you know about being a black woman? What would you know? Absolutely nothing. You go on by TV shows, talk shows, and what these kings are telling you. But let me keep going.
Before I got myself something to drink. Do you want something to eat? Before I started to eat my food, I would ask him, do you want to have a bite?
And I wonder how long that's going to last. See, you be nice and kind and caring. Do you know every black woman I know, they have bowed down, washed, cooked, clean, iron, pay all the rent, the gas, the light, the phone, the food, and you still got ran over and dogged out.
Right. And that's the thing that she's missing. Well, she's probably taking care of a dude too. Wait a minute. So a woman is supposed to take care of a man. And let me let this spin because I think Feisty breaks it down. But basically, it's like these men are complaining because after a woman goes to work, while these dudes are probably on the sofa watching video games all day, playing video games all day, and then they come back and there's no food, and then they have the ignorance not to have made any food or earned any money for any food, but the woman went out and did all the work, And now these dudes are ignorant and complaining about her coming home already burnt out from working 9 hours. And then he comes, where's the food at? That's what's going down. Jizzy says this: would y'all snitch on 90s, the boy who got a black teen in your family pregnant? Yeah. If you're from the hood, this happened. Who goes snitch? Yeah, unfortunately, you're right. That nobody snitched, because if everybody was snitching, the community would be better. Henry Mars breaks it down. Does this German woman know Kamala?
Used up by Daquan. So black males want black women to just lay down and be a doormat while he steps on you and abuses you. Do you know how many women I know right now complaining because they would have came? You mean to tell me you're paying everything and he does nothing? And he's cheating on you, and he's running around on you, and he's disrespecting you. That's what they want you to do. They want to use you and abuse you and disrespect you. And I'm supposed to
and if you have an argument or a problem with that, fellas, you better keep watching this live stream, because I have proof of exactly everything Feisty said. It is straight up right on point. We do not take relationships seriously enough. It's that clear. Really, we don't take relationships seriously at all. I mean, if you were listening to Kevin Samuels or any of these red pill dudes, they make it clear that abundance is what to look for as far as a relationship. They don't preach any one-on-one relationship. And if they do, it's just only for control and access, and that's it. That's all.
I would say that's okay. He's a black man. He can do anything he wants. He can say anything he wants. Girl, I love that man. I will bow down and worship him. I will drink his dirty bath water. That's what they want you to say. It's a hell no for me.
Yeah, I hear that. See, that's that BMW life. That's what that is. And the thing is that really, let me break it down to you. Good black men, we don't want BMWs. And I'm not talking about the car either. Okay. We are not looking for BMWs. We want somebody who's going to interact with us. We ain't into that slavery stuff.
I would come out of nowhere and just have a fruit bowl and just offer him some fruit. He didn't know none of this. So my husband, back then boyfriend, really thought this was a dream come true. He didn't know how to deal with none of this.
I bet he did think it was a dream come true, because he said, woo, I done finally found a dummy. I done finally found somebody I can use and abuse and run over, and she gonna let me. Black women are tired of that. We're not being doormats anymore. We didn't see our mothers and our grandmothers and our sisters and aunts and cousins and the church lady and the woman around the corner. We see what happens when oh, honey, you want anything to eat? Oh, honey, you want anything to drink? You want some fruits? You want some vegetables? You want this? You want that? And he's thinking in his mind, what a dumb black nigga bitch. Boy, I'm going to pull her through the ringer. The nicer you are to a black male, the worse he treats you.
Let me pause right there. Tevin is saying this, Jizzy B, but what about all these female teachers essaying these young boys? It seems like everyone had overlooked. Tevin, the thing is that I like these what about situations that a lot of people bring up, because really, quite honestly, the fact that you have to say what about tells you that it's a rare occasion compared to the other way around. Let's face it, men do 90%, 85%, 90% of the essaying in the United States in general. Okay. That's just the way it is. It's an everyday occurrence. Shamefully, sadly, in the community, what black men, what we should be doing is trying to change that, but we don't, because too many of us are the problem itself. That's the issue. So let me move forward. Let me move forward. Now, remember when I hysterically told you that I don't believe in the theory about black men being trapped when a woman gets pregnant? It's so freaking true. It's really actually the reverse. Because think about it like this. In most cases, black men and black women are doing about the same, if not the black woman doing better than the black man. So there's no incentive for a black woman to get pregnant especially from a black man. There's nothing to trap. There's no better life to trap. When anyone when any woman and you know marries or dates or has a child by a black man, your income just basically your income, your value just dropped. I hate to say it. We did it to ourselves, fellas. You know, we had an opportunity with what we were given in the United States to make our communities great communities, and we didn't do it. Phoenix Soul breaks it down right towards we have to focus on the bigger issue and not it trickles down, and it trickles down bars. So I mean that's the thing. That's the thing that bothered me. So let me show you what's going on for real. Here we go. Let me pause it. This is coming from This World Is Yours. Baby mama, baby daddy. Here we go.
Black women do not date out of their race enough, and God, please release my sisters from the shackle of only dating Black men. I feel like it's time for us to explore our options. It's way more of life to see, way more experiences to have.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as for the title, guys, you can see in today's video, we're going to continue this discussion about single woman phenomena. Unfortunately, just the other day, I spoke about Kash Doll when she came out here and she wanted to announce to the world that she had intentionally decided that she was going to become another statistic by allowing herself to be impregnated not once, but twice by her baby daddy. So unfortunately, in today's video, we're going to continue this discussion with a fellow YouTuber that her name is Arnell. And I do have to say, many years back, I used to follow Arnell, but you guys—
Let me pause right there. Mr. Snoopy says, hey, DJ George and Chad, I see that there's some raggedy dusties in here tonight. Mr. Snoopy, they either catch it on, they either in the clouds or they catch it on replay. That's for sure. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We got Phoenix Soul, Jizzy B, Mr. Snoopy, Tevin, the lifestyle guy, Henry Mars, Feisty Black Magic. By the way, the beginning clip is by Feisty Black Magic, and you will need to go to her channel to see the rest of it. I swear, to me, quite honestly, I hope she performs live soon. She is that funny. She is that for real. Everything she says is on point. I'm telling you, look, her and Chappelle would be a great show. That's all I'm saying. That would be a great show. That would be a great show. Why is seeking knowledge in the house? Good seeing you. Let's break it down right now. What we're going over is a segment on how Black men are intentionally impregnating successful women, and that includes Black women, and then cutting. Most of the time, to slow them down. To slow them down. Sometimes it gets worse than that. Exandria Canty in the house. Exandria, it's good to see you. Here we go.
guys know, like, as we mature, as we get older—
Let me pause that for a minute. I'm going to drop the link a little bit early. Just in case anybody wants to jump up. I'm going to start it early. Here we go.
unfortunately, our interests, they just changes, right? Which is literally completely natural. So to be honest, I just kind of checked out from her content. But recently on TikTok, I was just minding my business per usual. So I came across this video that I'm going to incorporate for you guys so y'all can see it, where ultimately she also came out and she spoke about how now she too is also a single mom, and she basically wanted to go farther into detail and
now, isn't part of being submissive a lot, being submissive to your man's needs and all that kind of stuff? You know what's funny to me? That's how you know that's a scam. Because think about it. These men want fit, friendly, submissive women. And so these women submit to them. These women trust them, though they don't need to be trusted. Make them pregnant. And then these very same men get mad because they made these women pregnant. Because the man didn't hold up his side of the bargain of submissiveness and looked out for her. He didn't look out for her. That's why I never will blame a woman for getting pregnant, because it's supposed to, if the men are supposed to be the leader in this society, then that means that you lead in the bedroom too, and which means protection. So if he wants to be irresponsible, then that's what it is. I mean, that's what it is.
Talk about everything that has happened, not only pre, but also post her pregnancy with her Dusty, and how now ultimately she's trying to switch it around by saying that she was the one that decided that she was going to come out here and bring her information to us. But she say now, us as the viewer, we're talking about this is karma because she had said some very negative about people in the past. And to be honest, Arnell, I don't necessarily feel like this is karma. I just feel like you, as so many women within our community, unfortunately, regardless of y'all having these discernment that y'all speak so much about, unfortunately, this is what I continue to say. It seems like when it comes to the least producing males of society that are literally costing the US government $50 billion annually, obviously, this is because they don't want to work, they don't want to provide, they don't want to go out here and get a higher education. So
that is so true. And that's the funny thing. It's the less producing males that are making the most women pregnant. Now, no, you have to, there's an exception. You know, there's some rich rappers like Future and them. They have the means, even though they don't want to pay. And they're really, quite honestly, that doesn't even count for them either, because they leave their child's mothers broke as well. They sure do. Here we go.
That they can provide themselves with a better future. These males don't believe in anything productive, but one thing that they do believe in is going around and intentionally getting all of these different women pregnant. And this is why I have a very hard time with this, because even though Arnell herself, she's going to talk about how these deadbeat male, they go around intentionally seeking out successful women, trying to basically slow them down.
Yeah, no, they're trying to do more than that. What they're trying to do is control you, because they know if you have their kid and you have money and you have wherewithal and you have intelligence, you have beauty, and you have your whole life ahead of you. Well, they know they can trap you. They can trap you because you had their child, and that's why that whole thing about black women trapping black men is a myth. It has become a myth because, number one, we don't have any more money than black women. So what's the trap?
I typically don't get on camera looking like this, but there's a lot on my mind, so let's talk about it. So recently, there's been a lot of discourse about me being a single mother. I first want to start off by saying, if you're just now finding out this news, you're pretty late. However, I don't expect everyone to know me and my personal life. I know some of you guys are new to me. If you are, I'm a single mother. And to me personally, I have felt like a single mother since during my pregnancy, in ways mentally prepared myself for this based on how things were going during the relationship. But officially, I became a single mother 10 days after I gave birth. My child's father, I would say, abruptly ended the relationship and didn't give me an actual reason. I didn't ask for one. I saw that coming. In fact, I myself tried to end the relationship during the relationship. So it wasn't something I was upset about. I more so was upset about how I was treated afterwards. It's almost like because I didn't respond, I don't know if he wanted me to be like, oh my God, like, don't do this. I had just given birth. I was mentally, emotionally, physically exhausted. I didn't have the capacity to chase after anyone, especially someone who had caused me so much stress and turmoil anyways, that it felt more like a relief to me. But because I didn't respond in the way that I believe he was hoping I responded, so much of what he did after the fact was what made me think like, yo, are you trying to make my life hard? Are you trying to ruin my life?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You didn't do what he wanted you to do. He didn't care about you. He wanted you to do, you were a resource for him. He didn't even want the kids. I guarantee you, he doesn't even want the kids.
So many details that I have not shared in order to not just protect him, but to also to try to keep some peace. But it seems like no matter what I do, no matter how flexible I've been, no matter how chill I've been, there's no such thing as peace when dealing with someone who happens to be how he is. Now, there's been a lot of people talking about, oh, well, this is bound to happen. She barely knew him. I told you guys that. Now, if you did the math and you've been following me, you knew. But I shared that information with you guys. I've held myself accountable for that. I have said, I did not know him long enough before not even just getting pregnant by him, before even sleeping with him, getting into a relationship. I did not know that man or his family long enough before making such a big decision like the one that I made. And I have beat myself up about that time and time and time again. Like, yo, like, how did you... I don't have words for that. What I will say is that being that the relationship I had just ended prior to that one was so bad, I was in no space to be dating anybody. And so when I did start dating him, there were a lot of red flags that, one, I didn't even recognize the red flags, but two, some of the ones that I did peep, I ignored them because, being honest, you guys, he love bombed me so good. It felt amazing. It felt like, wow, like, I remember feeling like it was too good to be true and thinking like, ugh, is this real? Like, I was questioning it. And it turns out that was my discernment that I also ignored and had good reason to question his actions because they weren't real. But
Yeah, that means that he was probably a narcissist, it sounds like, that she bumped into. Or, well, hopefully he was just a narcissist, but most of them are sociopaths. Ultimate Enigma is in their house. Here we
I
go.
wanted them to be, and I believe that they were during that time. To me, that's still no excuse to get pregnant that soon. However, since sharing this information, there's been many women who, if you've shared your story with me, thank you for trusting me with it, that have expressed to me to not fixate so much on how long I did or didn't know him, because the reality is some men change during pregnancy, after pregnancy. This could happen to anyone. This has happened to people who have known the man they've had a child with for years.
Yeah, that is true.
And that's not to minimize my lack of responsibility for making that choice. But the reality is, I don't know how much
Exandria Canty drops a gem by saying, I have to be honest, holding yourself accountable is not complaining about the situation you got yourself into.
responsibility I could take for it without completely taking all the blame, while y'all forgetting like how some of these men actually are, how a lot of them are manipulative, how a lot of them will intentionally get women pregnant and trap them and switch up on them. It happens time and time again.
It does happen time and time again. And Jizzy brought up she's not saying what type of man he is. Really, quite honestly, Jizzy, I've seen men who were straight up thugs, act articulate one moment, and then when they're in their real element, they're as ghetto as can be. So, especially if somebody's a narcissist or a sociopath, they are very, very good at being very seeming respectable when they are really evil. So that's why Gold Reflection nailed it. Jizzy, it doesn't really matter. That's a minor detail. It's true. And Alexander Cantry nailed it with this one. Here we go.
And unfortunately, because of the platform that I have, and because, that's the only thing I can think of. There's been a lot of people who, it's almost like, I've been doing this for 10 years. Sometimes it feels like there's people just waiting for me to either fuck up or for something bad to happen to me so they could talk about it. Because
Ultimate Enigma nails it, sis. Just say you were not in a good spot when he entered your life. That bars.
it happens every single time. And right now, there's people saying that I've said things, that I've done things, so this is my karma. I want to let you know, if you're one of those people, I want you to look in the mirror and acknowledge what a hypocrite you are. Because there's been a lot of people talking about, oh, well, she's made fun of this person and she's said this, she's done this. Are you not doing the same thing? And so if I allegedly did these things, which I didn't, and my current circumstance is my karma for that, which I disagree with. I don't believe this is karma for anything. But if my situation, if this is my karma for doing these things that some of you guys are saying I'm doing.
Let me pause this for a minute. The one thing I do want to make clear is this. Look, protect yourself, ladies, because I can guarantee you that the men aren't going to protect you. Okay, and what I mean is from them either. It's nothing. I'm not insulting my fellow men, but if you look at the stats, we're very bad at doing that. And what's funny is that we say it every time we go out there and we diss baby mamas, as they say in our community. It's just further proof that we're not going to protect. We're not going to protect. You got to protect yourself, because these men are not going to do that. They've made it clear. I've seen men who have literally made 10 women pregnant go out there and say, oh, she a baby mama. Oh, she a 304. That kind of stuff. That's the kind of hypocrisy you're dealing with. That's the kind of hypocrisy you're dealing with. Here we go.
If you're doing the same thing that you're claiming I did, what happens when you get your karma? And it goes viral on social media. Would I then be the bad guy if I say, well, that's what they get for teasing me for being a single mom? No, I can't say that, because since I have this platform.
Let me make this clear too. The mentality of the younger men that are coming up now, and I mean, this could be men in their 50s, but it's a mentality to insult their women in our community, because other communities don't do that. I get, in fact, you can, if go over there to another community and try to insult a woman, fellas, and you're going to end up either getting Karen'd or in jail. That's how they don't play that. We over here, see that stuff. That's the problem with a lot that happens a lot, is that when you take the hood out to other communities, they're not having it. They don't get me wrong. They cause, other communities have their crime too. There's disrespect to their flaws as well. But unfortunately, it seems like right now, with the advent of Kevin Samuels and company and Red Pill and company, that we seem to be embracing it way too much.
Platform, it's, oh, see, you're a messed up person. Stop looking for reasons not to like people. You don't have to like me. You don't need a reason for that. You don't. And you don't have to follow me either, because there's a lot of people who are engaging in negative discourse about me, saying all these negative things about me.
I don't know where she's going with this, but I guess okay. So basically, she got with a bandit. Let's face it, he probably was cloaking. That's my new word for a narcissist, is where they cloak. They seem nice at first. They get you where they think they have you, and then they switch up. And that's when the cloak comes off. But basically, I guess what my point is is that these men are not out here to take care of you. They are out here for you to take care of them. Even if they appear to be the provider, they want you to take care of them. You want more proof? Here we go.
Oh, Brick, this was a dope stat. And it was so dope to the point where I had to do a video response on this motherfucker. I don't even do videos, like I said, but I want to do a video on this motherfucker here, because I can give y'all some insight. All right? Now, question goes, why do side chicks know how to treat the dude better than the girlfriend? Okay? That's the subject at hand. So we're going to talk about it then.
First of all, they're already... The sad part is that he's actually smiling about a side chick. So he's already smiling about being non-monogamous, being low moral. See, that's what they want to do here, what the red pill dudes want to do here in society. They want to make cheating part of the relationship. No matter how beautiful you are, no matter how supportive you are, no matter even if you are, especially if you are a BMW. The women they chase after, the side chicks, they're not BMWing. They're just basically using dude. Or no, they're making dude use himself.
Really, really, really talk about it. All right. Why does it seem like the side chick always end up feeling or being perceived to be better than your current girlfriend? So let's talk about it. There's a lot of different ways and a lot of different layers we can get into. You know, for example,
BMW means black male worshipper.
A man with a girlfriend that has somehow, some way fallen into a situation that you weren't intently trying to go into, and next thing you know, you got some kind of feelings for some person other than the person you're with. That's one thing. And depending on the severities of certain situations, there's leeway that can be given. But then you also have the type of guy that has a girlfriend, doesn't give a damn, and is dealing with so much nonsense that he is willing to actively, secretly put energy into pursuing another side chick.
Yep. Exactly. Shout out to Sinji. And this guy is breaking it down so perfectly on why there's just no hope for black love in the community anymore. There's very low. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm saying it's low possibility because there are too many men like this that are walking around that want more than one woman. And most women want just one man. Okay. Most women want one man and they want that man to be a one woman man. And right now, I mean, Kevin Samuels, Red Pill, Fresh and Fit, they're just proof that they just don't have that in their, as Cynthia G would say, they just don't, they have that pathology to cheat. And what kind of value is that to a woman who wants a man to be a one woman man? See, that's the problem with a lot of men is we forget to say, when we're out there trying to get what we want from women, we forget to say, well, what kind of value do women that do want to be in a relationship that are one men women, what do they want? They want a man who's a one woman man. That's what they want. That's why it'll never work out. Because too many men want black women to accept infidelity. That's what's going down. Too many, let me repeat that one more time. Too many men in our community, I would say over half at least, probably over 80%, want black women to accept infidelity. And that's a done deal. I mean, the thing is this, that's why it's like, it's not me trying to force black women to check out your other options. It's just going to be, it's going to happen anyway, because there are only 20 million black men in the United States anyway. And trust me, that ain't enough, because there's like 1 million or 2 million more black women than there are black men. And then you have a community of men that have grown up in the hip hop pimp mentality. The other cultures don't have a hip hop pimp mentality. This is very important for you guys to understand. We grew up on hip hop and pimp mentality, a lot of these men today. So who are they going to want to mimic or be like or respect? Hip hop and pimps. Hip hop is the furthest thing from monogamy you can be. Pimps are the furthest thing you can be from monogamy. We men in general in our community have literally made it impossible for a woman in our community to find themselves a one woman man. And then when they do, like Ciara did, like Russell Wilson, they shame the guy. They shame him. Yep, black male pathology, BMP. BMWs, BMPs. Here we go.
You know what I'm saying? That's a whole, there's mentalities to each, but in my opinion, the main root, I don't care what the scenario is. I don't care what your scenario is, married, unmarried, whatever. Whatever, any scenario you can come up with. I think
Exactly, Feisty Black Tina. They think they can have it both ways.
the root becomes this. Any woman you see or pursue, like let's say you're one of the guys that's out here actively pursuing a side chick on purpose. If that's the case, the only thing on your radar are traits that are opposite of your girlfriend. Think about that. I want you to, now, if there's any fellas in here that got a girlfriend, or there's any fellas in here that had an ex-girlfriend, right? I want you to, right now, think about the traits that you hated or disliked within your ex-girlfriend. Think about that for 2 seconds. I'll give y'all a couple seconds. The traits that you hated in your ex or whatever, current girlfriend, whatever you want to put this mentally.
Yep. See all these negative things. And what's funny is like at least 50% of these men are being taken care of by these girlfriends, but they still have the disrespect to want to cheat on you and find a side chick. A side chick is a regular person you cheat on, you're your main person with. It's like, and that's the problem we have in our community. In our community, the men in our community take relationships very lightly, very, very lightly. Mrs. Newbie breaks it down. Women don't have to worry about me being competition with them. I removed myself back in November. Bars. Exandria Canty says, yep, a community where hating and mistreating women is the culture. Bars. Exactly.
Right? Okay. Take all those traits and flip them upside down. If she's
Let me bring this back. This is a myth right here. Extremely agreeable, great mouth, scented candles, dipped ankles, and all this kind of stuff here. Number one, what's funny to me is that that's not true. Usually side chicks are the ones that are in the red, to be honest with you. And the point of the matter is this, is that if the side chick was always this great, dipped ankles and all this kind of shit he's saying, then why don't you just stay with the side chick? It has nothing to do with the women at all. It has to do with the lack of loyalty, infidelity. That's what's going down. That's all they have to offer. That's it. Let me keep this going. And here's a perfect example of that in the mix. Let me pause that. Let me go. Remember this guy? Oh, damn. Look, Common is one of my favorite actors / rappers. He's, if I had to choose one, he's probably one of my favorite. But he didn't take relationships seriously either. And he's a well-respected man in our community. Very well respected. Not as hood as most of the other fellas are, but even he wanted to cheat or dip or whatever you want to call it. And he's a high value man. So if that's a high value man in our community and all he has to offer is infidelity, what's the point? What is the point? Let me get to the meat of the matter. Here we go, folks. I'm going to break it down like this. Let me pop it right here. Stop it right here. This guy was on the show too. What Pop the Balloons has become is another almost, believe it or not, Pop the Balloons to me is a totally different dating show than that of, Kendra G's show. At least Kendra can tends to make sure that she will check a dude. While on Pop the Balloons, more of these men have become basically what you would call taking the opportunity to disrespect Black women. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. Oh, Conscious Mind Love breaks it down. Please review Paris Milan video with Bandit, former baseball player, and his throwback. He left a single mother. Oh, man. Definitely. Definitely. Yep. Tevin says, DJ Torch, women will only allow what a man let them. Women will only allow what a man let them. Let me think that one out. Let me think about that one. Phoenix Soul says, to me, a brainchild of Kevin Samuels. Yep. Yep. Phoenix Soul, you're right. Let's listen to this. Oh, what's that? What in the world is that? Okay, so anyway, what I'm trying to break down right here is this dude right here, is how these dudes, and if you remember a very long time ago, Jim and I released a live stream, how Black men in our community are becoming homoromantic. And what that means is that Black men are taking a portion of the relationship that's supposed to be with his woman, but they're living out that relationship part, which is the harmony, the camaraderie, the support, the loyalty. They're living all of those things out with other men. And they're living out, basically, they're just using women for what they can get from women. And men are using other men to live out their relationship. It sounds weird, it sounds crazy, but that's what's going down. I'm not saying that these men are GAY, but what I'm saying is that their compass is so broken that the type of support and love they should be giving to their women, they're giving to their men.
I was on this episode of the Balloon Pop the Balloon or Find Love with Arlette Amuli. We just reacted to me on there.
So if you want to go watch that video, click the first link in the description.
This is the other fellas who I have not seen yet.
Because you left after the shoot, right?
I left immediately when I got fucking cooked.
So we get to see who your girl picked, if she picked him.
So we'll see what happened here.
Hello, welcome in. I had to take this mic. What's your name?
How you get Pop looking like that? You guys didn't watch the other video. Ryan didn't get Pop when he walked out. You're winning already.
This looks like an African prince.
He built like an avatar, you know, the blue one.
In person, this dude is like 6'4".
Yeah, the dude looks huge.
I dapped him up on the way in. I was like, good luck in there, brother. So I'm geeked that they popped on him. Ladies.
How old are you?
I'm 27.
27. Okay.
Welcome, Trizzle.
Okay, and what do you do?
I work at a plant, but I also personal train.
Okay, very cool. And now, what are some things you like to do for fun?
Really like working out.
What are some things you look for in a woman?
Really, make sure she loves herself first, and then just she got to understand that a happy man is God's plan.
Amen.
What are your deal breakers?
You say what?
What are some of your deal breakers?
Smoking is just a no deal for me. I'm buzzed right now. You got to be a gym girl. Be a gym girl.
A gym girl. Okay. If we can have your name and age.
My name is Jacqueline. I'm 25.
Okay. And Jacqueline, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
I'm initially not really attracted, but also you said you want a gym girly, so I'm not that either.
Damn.
I know you said you're all about the gym girly. She says she's not. So is she someone that's your type?
I know she good. She good.
This is blowing my mind because when I walked into the room, this is the guy that I was talking about where I felt less of a man because I'm seeing this dude. I'm like, oh,
Did I tell you? He is more impressed with the men than he is with the women. I tell you.
How am I supposed to compete with this guy?
Like 20-inch arms, bro.
Yeah, this girl saying not my type. Maybe I'm tripping. I guess girls aren't into the super ripped look.
All right, if we can have your name and age.
I'm Lex. I'm 23.
Okay, and Lex, why did you end up popping your balloon?
Because he's not my type. Like, just physically, he's not my type.
God damn it. And wait, did that make you feel better? Because like in your episode, nobody popped you, and I think you were everybody's type.
I mean, that's great for my ego. Maybe it's a skin tone thing. Maybe
That's
girls aren't
crazy.
into dark skinned men. Because I'm looking at
Yeah. I mean, basically the thing is that women have a certain type of man they are looking for. And I mean, the dude looks decent to me, but hey, I think quite honestly, it's like, let's find out what happened. Let's keep going. I wish I would have found the full.
I do like that you go to the gym. I like that though.
I got you.
And I like your outfit too.
Appreciate you.
Yeah,
I like that you go to the gym, but I'm physically not attracted to you.
maybe it's
It's got to be the face then.
colorism.
Your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
I'm Jasmine. I'm 26. I really just popped because I smoke weed. Everything was cool, but you say you don't like people who smoke, so
Oh yeah.
Okay. Same
Yes,
thing.
she's realistic. She thinks he's a handsome guy, but she's keeping it real. I will say this. At least he seems respectful right now. If you've seen some of these guys, including the guy who is reviewing the reviewer, you'll find out that they're not very respectful all the time. Here we go.
Thing. I know you say everybody's cool, but
Smoking. Smoke. I can't do no smoke.
can't do that. I respect it. Let's go over here.
Damn.
Hi, my name is Mishna. I'm 23.
And Mishna, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
I popped my balloon because at first you said you're a personal trainer, but then I heard you speak about how much God is in your life, and I was like, darn it. But then I also I just felt like more or less, I just don't see us being compatible with you being so big into the gym. I'm not a gym girly whatsoever. I personally dance. That's my choice of exercise. So I didn't want you going to the gym and me being like, no, I'm good. I didn't want that to be an issue. So I just rather separate myself.
And so apart from him saying the whole gym thing, is he someone that is your type though?
He's definitely someone my parents would like. I feel like you walked in the door and they'd be like, oh, thank you, Jesus. Like, she finally got a husband.
You can't be buff anymore.
You can have your name and age.
Hi, I'm Karma. I'm 24.
And Karma, why did we end up popping our balloon?
I just wasn't feeling the chemistry, but then you said that the smoke weed thing, and I do smoke weed, even though it's not my biggest partake. And it's
Notice how Black women articulate exactly what they want or need or what they can provide in a relationship. Men don't do this. Men are just like, oh, she look good, hot. Oh yeah, I'll just fool her for a while and then it'll be all good. Black women don't do that. Black women are very, very, whether the decision is right or wrong, is thought out. Here we go.
it's not something I would hold on forever. It's something I do right now. Same way with Jim. I don't mind. I would take on to your same things and be able to do it together. But chemistry is a thing too. So
considering how brutal these women are being to him,
that's not brutal at all. See how this guy is? That's how you can tell when somebody's kind of narking out, because they're just being completely honest and very, very, very respectful to him. So I don't get it. Phoenix Soul, you nailed it. We're smart. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
How I made it out alive.
I thought yours was gonna be worse.
The girl, he said he's into the gym. We're living in a weird, twisted generation where being physically fit is a turnoff now.
Or too physically fit.
Because now you can't make me try to be fit with you.
Like if you're too fit, it's gonna make me feel bad that you're going to the gym every day and I didn't.
If we can have your name and age.
Tanya Sweat in the house. The problem is they aren't listening to what women want, bars, and can't keep up the masquerade, bars. Exactly.
Charisma, and I'm 27.
Okay, and Charisma, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
I mean, I smoke a little weed here and there, so that's why it's deal breaker. So.
Got it. Okay, and then before he said that you did have pops, why did you?
I mean, he's handsome. I like the whole put together everything. So yeah.
Is she someone?
Yeah, Phoenix Soul says when dude said brutal, the dude in the hat here. Brutals. Fragile how much? Exactly. Exactly. There was nothing brutal about this.
That you would approach if you saw her out.
Somebody I'll approach, I would say no, just because I'm more of a petite guy.
All right, if we can have your name and age.
I'm Esther. I'm 23.
Okay, and Esther, why did you end up popping your balloon?
Just physical attraction. I'm not as
Am I
attracted to
ugly?
him. You're not ugly. No,
I got you.
it's not that. It's just not.
It ain't given.
No, it's given. You look good. I like.
See, that's what I'm trying to let everybody know. See, black women, it's not about just looking good. I mean, the dude, let's face it, the dude looks decent. I mean, he may not be your type, but overall, he's a decent looking dude. But women are looking for more than just looks. And that's, I think, what is not articulated in this video yet, is that there's a certain chemistry that happens. It's not, everybody thinks chemistry is some weird voodoo. It's not, it's for real. And there's, you know what that chemistry is. Now, after a while, the thing about Papa the Balloon is that you cannot really go on a dating show really and know somebody's true chemistry unless you're around them enough. So like, if that's why, you know, around work or college or something, that's, you get to know somebody and you may have said, well, he's kind of, you know, this or that, but he's a very cool person after you've been around him for a while. And those are the best way to, that's the best way to be compatible right there. Why I Seek a Knowledge breaks down the knowledge just like this. I didn't hear him. What did I miss? Seems compatible to me. I'm glad that they are not wasting his time. I'm quite sure men wouldn't pass a chance to publicly shame a woman on TV if the tables were turned. Why Seek a Knowledge? Let me break it down. This has probably been the most respectful man I've seen on this show yet. So if this is how he truly is, I can actually say he might be a good catch. If this is how he truly is, we'll find out though. Here we
Like your
go.
outfit,
I got you.
but it's just a physical thing, physical attraction.
Can the girls that are watching this in the comments please tell me
What's unattractive about
what's unattractive about him? I would look and be like, oh, that's the type of guy that you would want to aspire to be like.
I'm not gonna ask someone, am I ugly though? Well, I guess because like 7 girls have just said he's not his type, so maybe in his head you just had to say it at this point.
You can tell he's not a personality guy. He's more of a soft-spoken, quiet.
Yeah, but imagine working out every day, that being your whole life, and then you not being physically attracted.
That's crazy.
In the lineup.
What is this guy supposed to do when he goes home? Like, they didn't give him any feedback.
He goes back like, so do I stop?
Wait a minute. See, this guy is not that sharp. He just said this.
I'm not gonna ask someone, am I ugly though? Well, I guess because like 7 girls have just said he's not his type, so maybe in his head you just had to say it at this point.
You can tell he's not a personality guy. He's more of a soft-spoken, quiet.
Yeah, but imagine working out every day,
That's a big deal.
that being your whole life, and then you not being physically attracted.
That's crazy.
In the lineup.
What is this guy supposed to do when he goes home? Like, they didn't give him any feedback.
He goes back like, so do I stop working?
They gave him plenty of feedback. They were very nice about it too. They were very kind. Look, men have to understand that the word no is not a death sentence. And it should be accepted. Just know. I mean, there's going to be somebody who's going to be. See, the thing is that since there's so many men that are just looking for sexual options, they're not looking at a relationship. These women are looking for a relationship. They are looking for a relationship. Okay. And so it's not just being attracted to a person. I think people don't articulate that best enough. They're probably like, okay, he's physically pleasing, but there's some energy that they're getting that's turning them off. And there's nothing wrong with that. Don't you want a woman that selected you and not just because you look good? That's what these women are doing. They're being very selective. Why Seek a Knowledge breaks it down. So those guys are all butthurt watching this, knowing if this gut can't hit, if this gut can't hit, they don't have a snowball's chance in hell. That's true. That's true. Dante is in the house. Welcome, Dante. A lot of these girls on this show are capping, trying to go viral, so they nitpick. I guess that could be maybe an observation, but To me, I don't know. I've heard women articulate like this, Deontay, for 30 years. Women that are really looking for a man for a relationship can get very selective, and they need to, because basically it's like if you choose wrong, you see what's going on. You watch the Sunday show, Deontay, and see when a woman chooses wrong. That's why women are so picky. If you go to our Sunday show, Deontay, you will know why. Welcome, Tanya.
Hello. How is everybody doing?
Doing well. Tanya, maybe you can explain, I guess, what I'm trying to say about Deontay, about why women are so selective. I mean, to me, it's common sense. I mean, you see what's going on. You see the shows that we have on Sunday about all these tragedies going on. And these men always say, hey, you should have chose better, right? Well, these women are just trying to choose better, in my opinion. What do you think?
Well, they are trying to choose better, because think about the time before they had the internet, how you had to slowly find out about a person. And, even with the internet and all that, it still goes on today. You really nowadays got to be, careful with who you choose to be with. And you can't always go for these aesthetics that they keep pushing, like get your money up, get your body right. None of that matters if your mind and your conscience and your character isn't right.
Right.
So of course they're going to be careful.
Exactly. I mean, I endorse it. I rather it's like this. Most women are just looking for one man, so they can be patient. A woman can be patient, and I endorse that 150%. And that's why it's like I named this show is like how our community or in our society is trying to make Black women settle for less. And that's exactly what they're trying to do, because it's like, this guy here is like, why isn't he choosing? It's not always about looks. It has to do with, is this guy kind? Is this guy, supportive? Is he everything that I want in my life? Will I vibe with the guy? Is he intelligent? Is he on my mental thing? That kind of stuff that a lot of women are looking for. And for some reason, us men, we're not getting it. We're not thinking about it like that. We're thinking about it like, basically, well, she looked good, so she must be good. And that's it. Let me play a little bit more of this. Here we go.
They say physically attractive. That's why I would like some ladies in the comments to please bring down to me why this guy is like visually not it, unless people just don't like dark-skinned men, which I didn't think was a thing.
He doesn't even have a round face, big nose, big ears. Like everything looks normal.
So is there something, because he's trying to figure it out too. What is it?
This dude, it sounds like the dude right here. Sounds like this dude wants to date dude. That's what it sounds like to me. Let me keep playing this. Here we go. It sounds like he wants to date dude. Well, go buy out.
We just don't like dark-skinned men, which I didn't think was a thing.
He doesn't even have a round face, big nose, big ears. Like everything looks normal.
So is there something, because he's trying to figure it out too. What is it? We want to
A
know.
lot of y'all said physical attraction. I feel like you feel me?
You are handsome, just not to me.
Damn, I got you.
I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, that's great. Backhanded compliment.
Great teeth.
No, that was a compliment. It was nothing backhanded about it at all. See, just not to her. She acknowledges that he's a handsome guy. She has the maturity to know that. She knows he's a decent looking guy. But just for her, it's just not it.
Physical fit.
There's
Outfit
like
look good. What is it though?
Okay, you gotta stop. He likes you. That's why he's like, yeah, like me.
We do still have 3 unpopped balloons. I'm going to go ahead and have you ask the ladies a question to kind of help you narrow it down, see who's more your type.
I think what it is he really liked the woman in the black. For some reason, he's attracted to her.
Because all he sees is her body. That's why.
True.
All he sees is her body. And she's trying to go deep. And the vibe that's coming off of him is not a match. And these men nowadays is having a hard time it's not necessarily a bad thing or a diss. I mean, sometimes it's just like some things. If it's not there, it's just not there. And they just can't accept that what they like isn't liking them back.
Right. Exactly.
How y'all feel about 50-50?
I am Kayla. I'm 23.
50-50. Oh my God, he led with 50-50.
So Kayla, why'd you end up popping from him asking how you feel about 50-50?
Because I'm not trying to like backtrack on my past relationship that we was doing 50-50 there and I didn't like it. Because I feel like if I'm cooking food, if I'm cleaning the house, if I feel like that's the 50 right there.
I never said.
So-
I
That's a good point.
never said about payments or nothing.
Well,
I just
then
said
explain.
50-50. It is. Can you adapt? That's a better
Oh,
question. Can you
yeah.
adapt?
Okay. Yes, I can.
Because I can be holding you down, but then again, life happens. Life on life.
Yeah.
Can you adapt?
Well, then if that's
Are
the
you
case,
willing to
yes.
adapt?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So can I?
You want your balloon back?
No.
That's communication.
I don't know if I can make it through these, bro. These women are insufferable. He said 50-50.
What the hell is he
And
talking
they
about?
are. They're just like the men, if you ask me.
Welcome to the stage, J Mike. How you doing?
Hey, I know all women ain't bad. I know there are good women, but men, we're suffering just like the women are finding good women.
I don't see anything insufferable about them. They seem pretty well mannered to me.
This episode, they're well mannered, but in the other ones, when the women have been harsher in previous in other episodes of the Pop the Balloon Challenge, I think, but this
I don't know
episode,
about that because last I checked,
I kind of agree with the women this episode. I can't say they're more respectable. They're more.
well, this
honest,
woman right
they're
here,
more
she was
respectable
on.
at being
This woman right
honest.
here, she was on the show before, and this woman was right here on the on another show. I think what you're finding insufferable is the fact that they're saying no to a man.
That's not right.
That
It's not
they're
this
being picky.
episode. But these women, I feel like these women are not trying to find men on their level. They're trying to find men way above that level, and that's not how dating works.
Wait, so what you're saying is this: is that what you're thinking is that okay? The way this guy looks, he's like Idris Elba. He's basically an Idris Elba looking guy, which everybody knows Idris Elba is very handsome. Now,
And we all know how both.
okay,
We know
and the
how
thing
black
is
people
this,
be colorists. And,
right? But the thing is,
and
this, no,
colorists,
they have no
black
problem.
people are
Look,
colorists on both sides.
but J Mike, let me break it down for a minute. They have no problem with his skin color. I can tell you that right now. Okay, first
And
of
I've
all,
seen guys on other Pop the Balloon shows that were they approached the women way worse than he did. So that can't be an issue.
right? Well, they did, and that's what I was talking about. Is like, how can you say these women are being insufferable when you've seen, including the guy who's reviewing this, be literally from jump disrespecting these women? Literally from jump disrespecting these
I
women.
don't think I seen his episode, but
Yeah, remember the episode with the muscle bound dude who got
that guy was a complete piece of shit. He had a whole ass criminal record on him.
Yeah.
Those women, the ones that popped balloons, dodged the bullet on that one. And then his baby mom, two of his baby moms are Hispanic, and the main one said he's a narcissist. He's a really narcissist. So damn, you're not on shit with that one.
True. That's what went down.
And
So
then
you
the
can
thing about
understand.
that was
Okay, think about it like this.
it took Alva preached. It only took them a few minutes to figure out.
Give me one second. Give me 1 second for a second. Think about it like this. And it's important you understand this. If you've been interacting with men that do the other muscle bound dude, not this guy, who has the prison record and all that kind of stuff and was disrespectful and all that kind of stuff. When you get hit up by dudes like that most of the time, or even half the time of your interactions with other men, don't you think that's going to jade women a little bit?
And the same can goes for men too, because there are violent women with criminal records out here too. And
Okay,
I don't want to bring a narcissist home.
Kevin, you want to know the percentage of that?
A narcissistic woman home to my family either.
Okay, Kevin, do you want to know that it's nearly like the what you're talking about is like men are like 10 or 20 times as much well, at least 50 times. It could be about 30 or 40 times more violent than women are.
And that's not a lie. I know that's, but
So I mean, the thing, I guess what I'm saying is, why are you bringing up the 3% of women compared to the 30% of men?
I don't. Well, it might be 3% to you, but
no, it's 3%. No, it's 3%.
Those women.
When you look it up, it's 3%. So, women. Okay, let me ask you this: who's more violent in our community, men or women?
The men, of course.
Okay. So women, with that said, don't you think that women, on top of having to choose the right man, have to make sure that that man is not violent, right?
True.
So they have to be more picky, and maybe they could be, and look, they could be dead wrong about this guy, but they rather to be too cautious than to be not cautious enough. Correct?
Yes.
Trizzle says, "I'm sorry, Idris is a mid-2 to me." But so basically, that's the problem that men have, is they don't understand the dynamics that women have to deal with. That not only do they have to try to choose the right guy so people don't mock them if it doesn't work out and say that you should have chose better, but they don't want to end up on the back of a milk carton.
But you know what, Torch, I feel like men, we need to be critiquing the men who pick women that ain't no good. Women who we might wind up impregnating, and then they turn out to be spiteful to keep our kids away from us.
Yeah.
Because I have a cousin dealing with that.
But we don't do that.
now.
But we don't do that, do we?
No, but we need to critique all the men when they choose the wrong women.
No, I fully agree with you. I fully agree with you. The problem is that we don't. We simply don't. I mean, look at Boosie. He walking around here saying that if he sees his fellow man beating up on their spouse or their girlfriend, he has no problem with it.
And when you're talking about a piece of shit who let a grown ass woman SA his then 12-year-old son.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take shit Lil Boosie say serious, even though I fuck with his music. Excuse my French, but because I'm from that generation where Boosie was popping when I was in middle school, but high school too.
Well, it seems to me that Boosie is turned into Bussy.
But I know he a piece of shit, but
okay.
But me, I learned to separate the artist from the music, but
yeah.
But I know the artist is a piece of shit. Just same with R. Kelly and Chris Brown.
Same thing. Yeah, Chris Brown is in more trouble now too. Tanya, did you want to chime in?
Well, as a woman, the only woman on the panel, I can tell you from my point of view in these women's shoes. Well, think about it. And I'm using me as an example. I'm going along my merry way, maybe going to work or whatever. I'm approached by different types of men all the time. Back at that time, I'm married, so, well, it still happens, but never mind that. But anyway, it's like they see me, you know, the Coca-Cola, the heavy on the top, small in the middle, got a little boom boom in the room. And that's the first thing they see. They're not looking at me as if I'm a capable person, if I got intelligence, if I want a family. Half of the time, a lot of these guys that be approaching women like that, well, and you know, modelly dress, mind you, they just assume that some of them is like, oh, she got the body and everything's gonna be good with it. You know, you can't really assume they're what they want out of you until you talk to them. A lot of times they're not going to present themselves as good men. Some like that guy that's doing the
you said a word right there.
A lot of these, like that guy that's cheerleading, that was because wasn't it the guy in the middle that was doing the critique of this video was on the Papa Balloon and nobody chose him? You see how he approached all these women? A lot of times these guys are getting bad advice from other failed men on how to approach women because they themselves don't know how to be respectable to a woman if that's what they think they want, and especially if it's something that's a tier above what they looking at.
And
They
Right.
just assume that all of
he's
us,
failing to realize is he is
yeah, they just
he's,
assume that
he's
all of us
forgetting
women like that type of crash stuff, and we
he's
don't.
forgetting to ask them a lot of questions like what is it about me you don't like? I'll be asking them what is about me you dislike. I'm not scared to ask women those questions.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't get it because back in the day, women were supposed to be extremely selective. So,
And then I done been rejected so many times. I done got to the point I'm not even scared to even approach. I'm not even scared to ask that question.
what question?
That what you dislike about me? What is about me that's turning you off? You guys fail to ask women those questions.
I see. But you
I
know
wouldn't
what? As
ask.
a woman,
I wouldn't say that.
my first thing is, what is it about me that you feeling right now? Without even, I mean, just on basis, what about me? What about me is you digging,
Yeah, that's another
And if
good
you
one.
ask a man that question, a lot of times they'll go to the physics. They wouldn't know if I was Einstein smart or a person that need a Durgo straight jacket up in Lululand. Because a lot of times these guys don't be asking women that question. But when it's like a gentle, turn down or something, and then you got those who can't take no for an answer, even if you're with someone.
Right.
They just want to eat off another person's plate. And, a lot of them see women as having, like a Birkin bag. Having the best and the baddest in the next one as if it's going to do something for them. But, that's another story. But, I just think that a lot of times some people's instincts are clued in onto a person. And, it might be the chance that they missed the opportunity with a good man. But as a woman, we say, well, there's others out there. But for men like this that can't take rejection, they act like this only woman was the one for them and there's no other. And that person turned them down and it does something to them. Well, anyway, DJ, I'm finna step off. I got to go fix the husband his food before he turned into a rabid dog. So I'm going to keep watching in the clouds. Don't want to
Okay.
keep the wildebeest waiting. You guys have a good evening.
Okay, you too, Tanya. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right. Here we go.
That was my fault. I'm sorry.
We ain't matching. I'm popping your balloon now.
Mr. Snoopy says this. Unfortunately, women can't be honest because it might not leave the situation unscathed. Yeah, they might not leave that situation
Damn.
unscathed.
But
That
see,
is
the
so
thing
true.
is, I'm not.
I had a
woman,
guy
so
tell me in
I
the
wouldn't know
store
what that's
today
like.
that me and him were compatible while wearing dingy clothes. Man. Okay, here we go.
Hold on. I'm about to do it again. Because you know what?
What?
I tried to shoot my shot at him a long time ago. And he never gave me the time or attention. And he probably don't want to tell nobody, but he's what's the people? Security at the club. And I be trying to shoot my shot there too.
Why?
He's still like me.
This got personal.
That's all what you gotta say for yourself.
All right. It's just like if I see you in the club all the time, it's just come on now. Let's be
So he's a bouncer. So he's not even like, I mean, the thing is this, that's what a bouncer really, quite honestly, is not supposed to have positive energy. So that's one thing. But he's a bouncer. I mean,
George, I got a question. Is there a
Okay.
difference? Have you heard of those Jackie promoter stories?
Wait, say again?
Have you heard of had these stories called Jackie promoters? People reading books on these, and there's also people who talked about these on TikTok. When you say negative energy in the club, that's what could pop up in my mind.
Right. But see, what caught my eye is that, look, if you want to be a bouncer, you can be a bouncer, but these women are looking for a husband. And I'm sorry, they don't want a husband who's a bouncer.
And I heard that guys who work at the strip at clubs are very promiscuous.
Very.
And I
Very.
watched the episode. There was a clip of an episode that recently came on Maury. The guy who was being the woman husband he worked at I think he owned a strip club. Kind of found out he failed every question on that test about him being unfaithful.
Why Seeking Knowledge breaks it down like this. They are overly sexual because they watch other men display their manhood. In other ways, they can't. So they overrepresent theirs in the most primitive ways, violence and sex.
And that's been all throughout history too.
Why Seeking Knowledge, that's bars right there. That's bars.
It's the truth.
That's
And they've
exactly
been
what's
doing
going
that.
on.
All men been throwing that since history.
Yeah, ultimate enigma said overly. That's the problem, and that's the problem with our community is that the men they value their sexual prowess more than they do. They value themselves. Quite honestly, they don't value their production. They don't want to be producers. And see, I'm sorry. That's what they picked up on. That's how smart women are. They picked up on there's something wrong with this guy. And a bouncer at a club is not going to be able to marry these women and then take care of these women. So that's what I see. Let me play some more here before I keep talking too much.
Not even all the time, but I also got your Instagram. So
It's like
make some shit shake.
there you got a whole love story that we don't know about.
Do you have any questions for me?
And I don't.
You don't.
I don't. We can focus on that elsewhere.
On him. Why we end up popping?
Deja vu for Ryan.
The energy, I feel like I'd want someone to ask more questions to me to get to know me better. That's all.
That is perfect. I mean, this young lady here is intelligent, smart, beautiful, and she just protected herself because
How would we do that?
I think the bouncer thing didn't go off well either. The bouncer thing they probably didn't go off. She's stalking him. Mrs. Doobie is actually about the woman in blue. You kind of like she was in a way, but no. Listen to this. Listen to this interaction. It's short, but it's very effective. Watch.
So got your Instagram. So
It's like
make some shit shake.
there you got a whole love story that we don't know about.
Do you have any questions for me?
And I don't.
You don't.
I don't. We can focus on that elsewhere.
On him.
Smart. That was a smart move. Because it shows you that he's not, when you aren't looking for anything, you're looking for sex. If you aren't looking for anything in a woman or anything in a man, you are just looking for the minimal. And she did.
Why we end up popping?
Deja vu for Ryan.
The energy, I feel like I'd want someone to ask more questions to me to get to know me better. That's all.
Really picky.
Men are visual.
I commend these young ladies in here. I really do. I really do. I do, because they are being selective. And it was the men who came up with the term, you should have chose better. Well, that's what these ladies are doing. So do not complain when they choose better. Decent looking guy, but he's got some red flags. I appreciate him in turn being respectful, but he kind of let his bouncer slip out at the end there with the young lady in the white.
Creature. If we see a girl that we visually like, we don't have to ask any questions. It's like, I like you. Let's get to talking. I don't.
No, but he wasn't doing the talking, bro. That's what you don't understand. You're supposed to be selective yourself. You're trying to find a match. But see, since these men are looking for, well, he is looking for multiple sex partners. These guys here with the body language and everything, I won't call them incels, but they don't have the right energy. These are not ladies' men.
want to interview you at the fucking thing, but she's like, I need a guy to ask me more questions.
Didn't know that, like, yeah, I want to talk to you and get to know you more, but we really got to do it right here.
Yeah, I think you're attractive. Let's go.
No. What she's saying is that at least he should have a few questions for her. At least. I mean, the thing is this: all he knows about her is her looks. That's it. He had a longer conversation with the woman in the blue. So I commend that young lady for
on a date, and let's see if there's chemistry.
We're here. Why did we end up popping?
How old are you again?
27.
Yeah, no.
They don't even know why they popped.
I thought it was younger, but
Oh, that's old? 27 old?
27 isn't old.
No.
Yeah. I just want to see the other options. That's it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that hurts.
You can leave here right now with the best.
I feel physical pain in my chest.
I mean, it's whatever. I just want to see the other options up. To be fair, she was the brave enough one to say it.
That's what they were thinking.
A lot of them think that.
Like, I'm popping it because there's 7 more dudes coming around the corner.
Let's go ahead and bring out our next single guy.
Wow. Okay, so let's keep it going.
Hello, welcome in. Awesome to be holding.
Oh, I'm Michael.
And Michael, how old are you?
I'm 25.
And they brought
25?
in
Okay, what do you
somebody who looks worse.
You're not-
Wait, say again?
They now here comes somebody who look worse than the last guy.
Yeah.
Electrician?
Yeah.
Okay. And now, what are some things you look for in a woman?
Just really support and a few months.
What?
Supporting.
Shit. If the first thing you're looking for in a woman is support, that's not a good
Sound like he a broke dude.
I mean, even if it's emotional support, that's nothing a man is supposed to want at first. You know what I mean? Phoenix Soul says, I feel like once you get your hair on your chin and your nuts, you need to stop calling women girls. Yep. Bars.
What are some of your deal breakers?
Just ruefulness, being disrespectful, especially depending on certain situations.
So we have a bouncer and an electrician. Okay, here we go.
Things and stuff, but really that's the main thing.
Okay. All right. And then for the ladies to kind of get to know you a little bit, what do you like to do for fun?
I play basketball. I play paintball as well. Also, I'm getting into riding motorcycles. So
You say you're riding motorcycles?
yes,
Ooh,
getting
okay.
back into that.
All right. So we did get a couple of pop balloons. Let's go on over there.
Damn.
All right. If we get
Let me pause this for a second. I want to tell you, I want to be give you my guesses on the whole thing here. Now, there we go. Okay. Okay, so she's looking for a boyfriend. She is really looking for a boyfriend. She really liked the balance. And the thing is believe it or not, she was ready to settle for less because, I mean, a bouncer is not like a high-end paying job, but she really pursued him. And that's probably why he's not pursuing her. She's been on the show before, and I can't tell you what she's doing. I believe, well, all of the women are being very good and selective. That's what I like. She's looking for a husband. This one at the end is looking for a husband, right? She wants to get married.
And I don't think that's a good place to find a husband, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to find him on the show, but she's looking for a husband. 25 years old. I don't know this. I mean, Ultimate Enigma says, oh, excuse me. What is with your hair? 25-year-old man with braids, prison micro braids. Oh man, let's keep it going. Here we go.
You say you're riding motorcycles?
Yes. Yeah.
Ooh,
Getting
okay.
back into that.
All right. So we did get a couple of pop balloons. Let's go on over there.
Damn.
All right. If we can have your name and age.
Hi, I'm Esther. I'm 23.
And Esther, why did you end up popping your balloon?
He looks like my ex.
Oh, hey, look, that'll do it. That'll do it. It can go either way. A woman can either be very attracted to you because you look like her ex, or be very unattractive to you because you look like her ex. And there's nothing you can do about it. Don't be mad. Just roll with it. That's what's up. She has that right. He obviously left her ex, obviously left a bad taste in her mouth. And there's nothing you can do if you look like him. There's nothing you can do about that. It's if it went bad, the last thing she wants to do is have it go bad again. The last thing she wants to do is bring somebody home who looked like her ex that might have abused her, to the house for her parents to see that she's got another one. Why Sacred Knowledge breaks it down like this. Yes, he got video game hips, mama couch hips. He's not trying to be very active. That is true. Bridget is in the house. Welcome, Bridget. Here we go.
Okay.
Looks like your ex. That means that would be your type. So your ex looks like him, but did have
No, there's this guy really? I am not going to get into it with this guy, but fella, there's a reason the ex was an ex. She learned from that experience, and she don't want to go there again. Now let's see what this guy's gonna say.
qualities, and that's why you guys broke up. Clearly, he looks just like your ex, which means he's in your lane, but you don't even get to know him. Don't even give him.
He doesn't. This guy has no clue on human psychology, relationships, or anything at all, and that's probably why he's sitting in a balcony with 3 dudes.
Chance, all because he
Brina West in the house. Welcome, Brina.
looks like it. No, because just he looks like the ex, which automatically means that somehow it's bad. He's not his own person. Yeah, because he looks like him, he probably is the same person as my ex, because he's not his own person.
Know what he
Now, see, they're trying to make her seem dumb, but if you are a mature male or a smart male, you understand what she means and why. If something goes really, it's like this. If you have whatever. Yeah, X for a reason, sir. Exactly, Mr. Snoopy. Let me just keep
looks
going.
exactly like your ex.
Man.
Maybe if they're an exact doppelganger twin. that would be weird.
nobody looks exact.
There's no.
And these guys don't seem very smart. Let me move forward. We want to hear what the ladies want to say.
And I do have you on Instagram. I'd never met you in person, but I do have you on Instagram. But really, you're just younger than me. So
1 year.
They all know each other.
Arizona.
You don't understand. 1 year younger for a man is like 6 years younger. It's men mature a lot slower than women. That's just the way it is. And she's looking for a relationship. She's looking for a relationship. That's how you know if a woman is not.
I would say that women mature faster than men, but men down for sure. What I'm trying to say, age faster than women.
Here we go.
I'm petite. He said he likes thick women.
Oh, you said you didn't say thick, did you? You said more
Thicker.
Yeah, thicker women.
Okay.
You know, it is what it is.
So is she someone that is your type though?
Yeah, she's my type, but it's
Well, that's because see, I'm telling you, see, it's funny because men want to act like they're picky and stuff. Men, we are not picky at all. She's a gorgeous woman, by the way, in the pink. So, of course, well, they're all gorgeous, but basically, let me play it.
when I say athletically built, it's just more like some type of physique to you.
You see women do this a lot on these things specifically. When the guy says, "Oh, I'm into
She's pretty well built. I don't see what he's talking about.
thicker women," for example.
The guy she would.
The problem is that this guy right here, he's not really an expert. So I don't see why he's even critiquing the own show. He's basically a participant.
So let me ask you this: would you take care of a man that doesn't need to be taken care of?
I wouldn't. I mean, if we're together and we have communication and he's down and I'm able to pick up where he's lacking, yeah, but take care of a man, no, never.
Notice how they say that. They don't say, see, these men want new moms. Because, and I'll tell you why. A man that is independent wouldn't say that. They wouldn't say, are you willing to take care of a man? They wouldn't say it like that. They would be saying like, are you, they just wouldn't say it. They just wouldn't say it at all.
See, and that's where the question gets you. It's a man that doesn't need to be taken care of, not financially, but you got to be able to take care of him emotionally.
Support those type of ways.
No, she's not a therapist. No, that's what your mom does. Your mom does that. Your mom takes care of you emotionally. She's supposed to be emotionally supportive, but she's not. Being emotionally supportive and taking care of somebody is two different things. It's two different things. Here we go.
She said never.
That's why if you don't, listen to the whole question, you eventually.
Well, maybe, you could have elaborated a little bit more on the support, but that's just, that's what you said. So.
She went straight for the attack.
She was so clear.
No, she didn't go straight for the attack. She took them literally. What else is she supposed to do? You're not supposed to pick these guys apart and try to understand what he was saying. Let's keep it going.
I'm so glad I did not match with any of these women because this is crazy.
No, he's not. That's sore loser shit. Okay. There are some gorgeous women
He
on that.
sound like a fuck nigga in my opinion because they act the same way. It sounds like he's pissed that they didn't choose him.
Yeah, that's what he is. That's what it is.
Wait a minute. She said he was on the same episode as the Ninja Turtle guy. Wasn't he the one asking him the questions?
Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Now I remember him.
You're killing my PG rating. Come on now.
Oh fuck. Sorry about
Girl in green got her balloon back.
I guess they talked enough.
Do you travel a lot?
I don't travel a lot right now because I'm building myself as I'm younger. So then.
Okay, that's a bad sign when somebody is building themselves. I mean, don't get me wrong. You're supposed to always be building yourself, but it sounds like to me that's his priority, which means that he knows he's got issues, which really
how old he is?
He's 25 or something.
So yeah, he should. I mean, he still ain't 30. So I'm 30. I just turned 32 a few weeks ago, but
happy birthday.
Happy belated, but thanks. But he's still at a faster pace than I am working on myself. I will admit that.
Why Seeking Knowledge breaks it down like this. Dang, y'all mean. I got light sensitivity and wear sage a lot. I guess folks talk bad about me too. LOL, good thing. Okay, here we go.
Before, starting a family and everything, I can get that out the way.
How flexible is your schedule? Because I'm a hairstylist, so I kind of like pick my schedule. So I can be free when I want to be free. So how flexible is your schedule?
So I make time for what I want to make time for. Okay. So my schedule is flexible.
Okay, so he doesn't have a job.
Flexible, however we need it to be.
You guys feel like this is a good matchup?
No. Yeah, he could do better. I also don't think he deserves Radish already popped him. Like I see on her end, like, oh shit, that's what you meant. I'll take the balloon back. But on his end, you didn't get it the first time. I would.
That might hinder my experiences with dating. So I ain't ashamed to admit that part.
Here we go.
Is your match? Okay, so why did we end up popping her balloon?
Didn't see that coming.
No way.
She's just less for my type. Between the two women, she's very beautiful.
He's into a bigger build.
Any final questions between either one of you before we determine if this is going to be a match? And if you have one as well, you can.
She liked them. Just be like, no questions. I'm ready to go.
I think I'm good.
Oh.
I think I'm good.
Okay, so my final question is going to be, is it a yes for you for him?
Yes, it's yes.
Okay, and is it a yes for you for her?
This is.
We got a match!
There we go. First match.
Okay, I'm going to take.
All right, so they got a match, folks. Let's give them a hand of applause.
This mic, and you guys can go on
just
up.
looking here shocked because this look like a match made in hell to me.
Indiana mom in the house. Dina West.
Okay, you got it tight.
All right, let's go ahead and bring out our next single guy. Hello, welcome in. I'll have you take that. What's your name?
My name is Chandler.
Chandler.
I'm a fraud analyst. So I just look at customers' accounts, making sure they're the best.
Man, they popping them up. They popping them up. Here we go.
So he said
fraudulent use of their account number.
And now, what are some things you look for in a woman?
Yeah, just kind of like my other half. You know what I mean? Someone that compliments me, someone that's
Well, I mean, he sounds old fashioned. I mean, my other half is what back in the day people said when they were looking for a wife. They wanted somebody to be the yin to their yang or whatever. So
and I
listen to
heard
what's
that other half. I heard that word too.
by my side, definitely.
He just wants another half.
What are some of your deal breakers?
Definitely like kids with multiple men. And just closed-mindedness, not willing to just try new things and, just be spontaneous.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not, let's keep it going.
Right.
Now you got to interview every girl that denies you. That's too many to go through.
Like, I'm just a lover.
Bridget, you nailed it. You nailed it. It's not like he's dressed horrible. Who knows? The shirt might be a $80 shirt for all we know, but I think he probably would have got a better, especially with the type of demeanor he has, which is kind of half feminine. He would have been better off if he dressed a little bit more respectable. I mean, he's the type of he's got a thin build, probably would look decent in a suit. And let me tell you, a suit makes the man. It does. The right clothing makes a man. He looks like he's out there ready to go fishing or something.
For boy, at the end of the day.
I can see this.
Take my balloon. You can have it.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me ask my little final question. So is it a yes for you for him? It's a yes. I like him. But is it a yes for you for her?
Definitely.
This is a matchup.
Wow, that would actually worked out. Okay.
I just see it. I see it.
Congratulations. Cooked his ass in the beginning with the pops.
Yeah, they did, but they're not supposed to. Women are selective, and there's nothing wrong with that. See, women are the logical. Remember when Kevin Samuels used to say, "Men are logical and women are emotional." Why men are so disappointed now is because actually it's the reverse. Women are more logical and men are more emotional, and women are just being a little bit more selective. I think it's actually not a bad. Let me go back. I think it's actually not a bad mix. I mean. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, he's kind of geeky, and she probably liked his geekiness, and that's it. Hopefully, he doesn't have what would you call it? A dark side, but we'll find out.
Let me ask my little final question. So is it a yes for you for him? It's a yes. I like him. But is it a yes for you for her?
Definitely.
This is a matchup, though. I just see it. I see it.
Congratulations. Cooked his ass in the beginning with the pops. There. Brutal.
Hello, welcome in. I'll have you hold that. What's your name?
My name is Chad.
Chad?
Yes.
Okay, and how old are you?
I'm 29.
29. All right, and what do you do?
I'm a restaurant manager, model, rapper, actor.
He does it all.
And now what do you look for?
Okay, that's already a bad thing. That's already bad that he's.
You mean the model poet?
Yeah, the model, rapper, actor, entertainers are the worst.
I follow
make the
people
worst
on Instagram who do it all. Some of them make model and act. Some of them make model, act, and rap.
Regardless, they make the worst. They make the worst relationships. Here we go.
For a woman.
Peace, integrity, respect. I'm saying, like a hustle. No, like I'm the one to provide.
He gives me that Jeezy vibe, so I don't think he's any good.
But I want to be able to know you can provide for yourself type thing.
Okay. And now what are some of your deal breakers?
Not too many, honestly. I mean, I'll say one of my deal breakers is like somebody being close-minded, just not open to the possibilities of their mindset being not the end all be all.
I know you said you have no more questions.
Fish nuts. Got the fish
Nut found
nuts.
love.
Is it gonna be a yes for you for him?
Yeah.
Okay, and is it a yes for you for her?
Yes.
We got him!
Yeah, that's done.
Y'all need to go off. Let me take this mic.
Dang, okay, there's something. He's pop. He didn't even try to dress. Yeah. He likes three thumbs. Restaurant manager equals hoping for promotion to head waiter.
Let's give it up for them, y'all.
Okay. Love to see it.
Okay, let's go ahead and bring out our next single guy. Hello, welcome.
Oh,
He
All right,
is
if we can have your name.
you know about the criminal. Let's go through it real quick. Here we go.
My name's Aaron.
Aaron, how old are
Yes,
you?
ma'am, I'm 29.
29. Okay, and what do you do?
I'm a licensed plumber.
Okay, very cool.
Yes.
And now, what do you look for in a woman?
I look like
I'm an ex-convict, licensed plumber.
I look for a woman that's not promiscuous, and
I guarantee you, he's promiscuous, especially if he was in prison.
His baby mom already said he is promiscuous. So.
Dang, see, they always want what they can't offer.
has a
Maybe
career
right back.
going for herself.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Deal breaker, being promiscuous, not cleanly.
He gets some love, not too many
Wait a
problems.
minute. Okay, we are talking about a dude who is in prison. See, you could tell that he's out here to insult because you could tell that all of these women have more class than he has in their fingernail. They have more class than him in their fingernail. So this is what happens when you get a mismatch.
When I walked in to the green room, he was right there. I was sitting next to him the whole time. This dude's arms, as you can see, like his forearms were bigger than my quad. It was insane.
A lot of plumbing. He's using that wrench all day.
I was like,
holy shit, you are using your forearms for all your shit.
I was like, this dude really plumbing some shit.
All right, if we can.
Ain't that the Turtle Man cycle stuff? Yes, it is. Right, it's $6 Yeah, look at him. Look at him. Violent, low. If there was ever a time for Feisty Black Magic to be in their house, I would love to hear her say when she is violent. Look at him. He's dark skin, nappy hair. What is that? Oh man, this is okay. Let me shut up. Anyway, yeah, there he is.
Have your name and age and why you popped your balloon.
Hi, my name is Karma. I'm 24. Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm supposed to say the pop the balloon property. Got you. For me, it just did not work. I didn't feel like I had chemistry or I wasn't fully attracted to you. And I feel like that counts if we were going to be going through a dating show, you know?
Yes, the feeling is definitely mutual.
So that's okay.
Thank you. You did me a favor.
You know?
See, that's a perfect example of an ex-con. He probably likes men just as much as women, so he's probably like, oh, well, you know.
Oh,
thank you, Queen. You too.
Now the funniest part is
That's entertainment.
when we were talking.
Okay, we're going to skip by him because we've already seen him. Let's go. Dang, he stayed up here for a long time. Oh, he matched, but it didn't work out. Let's see where he matched.
For you, for him?
God says save souls, so yeah.
I didn't see that coming. That's the one you like. That was the one I liked.
All right.
Oh yeah, she didn't leave. She didn't even leave with him because she got that energy. That's an important thing I have to bring up. It was a match, and then it wasn't a match because the real him came out. And Tevin, why don't you break? Oh, Tevin left. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Basically, the bottom line is this: he turned out to be a super bandit. Why seek knowledge? Man, they dragged this Ninja Turtle on YouTube begging for money. You can tell his virginity was taken in jail because he's overly defensive. Bars. And he had a mom. He looks like he's ready to snap. One wrong twitch and he's taking them all out. Yeah. Yeah. He's so insecure, he feels threatened by every remark. Exactly. The women are attracted to and dressed the women are attractive and dressed decently. Exactly. They all are. They all very pretty, all of them. God said save souls. I know. I'm like, that's Bridget, that's BMW talk for you, black male worshiping talk. She's in for it. She keeps that ideology. She's in for bad times for that. So that ultimate enigma. Yeah, super bandit. A super bandit. There's bandits and then there's super bandits. You know, a prison stint will put you into that league very easily. So here we go.
Let me take this mic and y'all can go on off.
The matches towards the end got
He
confused.
likes she with D. I could have got fast forward here past this part. Look, this is it right here. This is where I told you, watch.
The girl that I matched with on the show, we did not go on a date. We didn't even make it off the set. You know, she did something crazy to me, and I was like, shit, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still single. Appreciate the DMs.
Yeah, you're not qualified, Queen. You just did me a favor. Oh, hey, yeah. I was just gonna add a little segment here at the end because
Okay, so that's that. But yeah, basically, everybody. I mean, this you know, this was a cool show tonight. Went well. I smelled parole on the screen. My screen. Not the court suit though. You could tell he didn't know how to wear a suit because it was hard for him to put it on. The Indiana mom, the broken buck, radar went off. Yeah, that was cool. That was funny, y'all. Let's shoot, everyone. Hey, I gotta go, but I really appreciate everyone coming out. Put in my 2 hours here. We got another show tomorrow and another show the next day. Of course, we have Crime Sundays. And Saturday, we got a big show featuring Charleston White. He's been doing some really crazy wannabe Kevin Samuels speech. So we're going to mix him in with a bunch of other people. Look out for the preview video and everything else. But everybody, thanks again. Let me play some music on the way out to get the shout outs. You know, so anyway, let me get some shout outs out of the way. We have Ultimate Enigma in the house. Why is Seeking Knowledge? Seeking out the knowledge. Phoenix Soul in the house. Bridget Luton. Indiana Mom. Ultimate Enigma. Rena West in the house. Yeah, I really appreciate everybody coming through tonight. Mistress Newbie was rocking tonight. Shout out to Feisty Black Magic, of course. Remember, you need let me bring this down for a minute. You need to go over to Feisty Black Magic's channel. It is, I mean, I'm a man and I find her conversation's 100% correct, and it's hilarious. Now, if you're sensitive, don't go there. If you do, don't go over there. But if you want a good laugh, you have to admit she is really, really funny, on point, insightful, information. Let me get the music back. Here we go. Why is Seeking Knowledge? Where was I? Trizzle in the house. Alexandra Canty. Kevin, the lifestyle guy. Oh, Tanya Sweat. Can't forget about her. Away. Hope the husband's liking the dinner. Spicy back Tina in the house. Dizzy B. Gold Reflection. And Char Willie. Thank you, everyone, for coming through. We will catch you on the next one.